Hey everybody, Anthony here. I've got John in the room with me, and I just wanted to make this video quick because the new Yu-Gi-Oh! Ban list is out, and you have all these people who understand the game reacting to it, albeit the reactions in the title seem to be that this is a very disappointing list. We'll see what happens, though. Me and John barely know anything, so we're just here to react and see what happens. Kind of the two things, though, I think, right off the bat, we were hoping is that Maxi stays banned, which thankfully it is, and that Electromite goes to 1. Outside of that, I don't know what else is going to happen. Do you have any predictions?
Well, Kieran's still banned, which is upsetting, but...
Okay, so before we continue, I want to mention that I am actually uploading this like an hour after I recorded it because I want to get it out as soon as possible. And as a result, I am not editing anything in this, so there is going to be some strong profanity used and left uncensored. So if you're not a fan of that, now is your time to bail. But if you are fine with that, here is me and John's reaction to the remainder of the list. Yeah, we'll see what happens. So, but yeah, nothing here so far. So let's just slowly...
Blaster's still banned, so is Global. Oh, goody, Garasu's still banned.
Electromite's still banned, unfortunate.
All of the rulers are banned still.
Aside from Tempest.
Starving
Nothing...
Venom's still banned, so is Colossus.
Yeah, so they wouldn't unban those. Nothing yet.
Yeah.
Did they not ban it? Don't tell me they didn't ban anything.
Lovage.
Barrage is banned! Wait a minute, what? Why the fuck did they ban Barrage?
I don't know.
I mean, Dryden was pure Zodiac causing that much of a problem?
Guessing it's the pop your own card thing, but what does that combo with Zodiacs?
I honestly don't know. Like, again, Dryden was already banned. Broad Bowl needs to stay dead, but like Tri-Brigade Zodiac was really only good now with Tri-Brigade. So was Tri-Brigade somehow abusing Barrage?
I don't think there is anything in Zodiacs that, like,
in
Tri-Brigade that wants to get blown up.
Say that again?
I don't think there's anything in Tri-Brigade that wants to actively get blown up, is the thing.
Can somebody in the comments please explain to me why Barrage is getting banned? Like, I am just confused. Anything in the traps. I do not want to see Revolt here, and yeah, we do not see Revolt here. They would not, there's no way they ban Revolt because it's getting reprinted in the Megatint.
No multi-rolls.
And no, unfortunately, no Mystic Mine ban. The OCG did this recently. We don't have that luxury yet. Anyways, moving on. Limits. Mystic Mine might get limited. We might see Zeus get limited based on what we saw in the OCG. We'll see what happens. The Exodia pieces are still there.
Okay, still got most of the dangers and dark support.
Eva got limited. Okay, that's a hit to Drytron. That is significant.
And you just got into that archetype.
Oh, I don't have the money for Diviner, so I wasn't playing the Fairy version anyway. So I frankly don't care. Well, so now that's Ben 10 and Eva hit, so...
that's one less reason for you to play that deck.
Again, I don't play the Fairy version. I play the Megalith version because I'm broke. I'm not going to shell out $80 for 2 copies of Diviner. Anyways, moving along. Okay, yeah, this is gonna... Prank Kids Meow Meow Moo. Okay, I think there were rumors of a Prank Kid hit floating around. That makes sense in the context of that.
That's their starter.
Okay, yeah,
that's their Link 1, and it's just their starter.
Yeah, Link 1, that would make sense, because, I mean, we saw what would happen with Elpie.
Link 1s are broken.
Yeah, I mean, look at Link Cross. Anyways, let's keep moving here. Ben 10's still here. That's
Imagine,
good.
if you will, a card that could start all of your plays. All you had to do was send a single monster to the grave.
Yeah, no. Okay, so...
It's a Link 1, baby.
Fire Formation Tanky is limited. That hits Tri-Brigade significantly. The OCG semi-limited it, but over here, they just do not like the semi-list outside of Malicious, so... Tri-Brigade got significantly hit here, like... Now I'm questioning if they're going to limit Revolt, because Tri-Brigade just lost one of its key starters.
Well, they're going to end up losing to the Despia if the lore is anything to go by.
Oh my god. I don't pay attention to the lore.
You don't?
Not really.
It's half of the fun is being a nerd for that stuff.
I play the fucking game. Anyways.
I play the game too.
Now I gotta remember to go in and post and add in the warning about uncensored profanity, because I do not have time to censor this crap. No Tri-Brigade Revolt. Okay, so... Yeah, with the tanky limit, I didn't think they would do that.
Multi-roll is still unbanned.
Multi-roll is still limited, and they still have engage limited as well. Okay, so then what do we have on the semi-list? Nessie is no longer limited. Okay, wait a minute.
I think that they're probably trying to bring back Dangers or something, because Dangers before...
And I mean, MBT has proven that Danger Dark World bullshit isn't going to run rampant if they unlimit all the dangers, so that makes sense that they're bringing those into a quarantine zone here. Which means also, I think Double Iris Magician is probably going to be brought off the list.
They're reintroducing them into society.
Skulltraback. Emergency Teleport is semi-limited? Wait a fucking minute!
Ooh, punks are gonna love that.
Wait a fucking minute! Why the hell did E-Telly get unlimited or semi-limited?
Punks, probably. All of their tuners are level 3.
Oh, that would make sense. Funny story, I opened a box of Maximum Gold last night, and I pulled a Dark Destroyer, and now I may have a reason to play Cosmo even more. Because I was doing some testing with it earlier, and I could never get more than one monster onto the field, so...
Well, that's kind of
E-Telly could help.
That's kind of their whole thing with Cosmos, is that you have a monster on the field, and when your opponent starts playing, you disrupt them by using Dark Destroyer.
Yeah, I must be playing that deck. I might be playing that deck horribly wrong, but Skullcrobat Joker is getting semi-limited Quarantine Zone again, same thing as Nessie. E-Telly, though, like... I was wondering what the hell's going on there, but then you brought up Punks, which that's going to be interesting when that comes out in January. And then the unlimited list, Double Iris came off the list, yeah.
Now I understand why everyone was disappointed by this.
What?
They didn't do anything. They did barely anything.
Honestly, the things I'm... Like, E-Telly is... Like, again, it was kind of shocking, but not really.
They did barely anything.
At the very least, I think we can all agree that Max C staying banned is a good thing. Like, I know all the crossed-out designator stands were like, oh, Max C can come to 3. Apparently, y'all said the same thing about Called by the Grave, and look how that ended.
Also, do you really want to not play your combo decks anymore?
Exactly. Like, seriously. Like,
I've tested, trust me, I've played in EDO Pro, and and testing against the Salad AI runs Max C. Not fun when you have to give up your turn to an AI going -1.
Yeah, I'm a little disappointed that Electromite is not unbanned yet, but I'm guessing the reason they're keeping it banned is just because they're trying to clean off some of the unnecessary, some of the pendulum stuff that was already on the list.
They're probably reintroducing Skullcrobat and Double Iris for the sake of let's slowly do this, but the problem is that they have ban lists so infrequently that it's like, come on.
It's once every 3 months, roughly, so Double Iris was doing nothing at 2, so that's fine. Skullcrobat Joker wasn't really doing anything at 1 and probably won't do anything at 2. So if that gets unlimited on the next list, I would not be surprised if we saw Electromite go to 1 just to see what happens. Because there is no way that thing gets unlimited, let's be real about this.
I'd be happy if it got unlimited, but...
so they're slowly phasing the pendulums back in. Like, I know for a fact if they unban Astrograph, they are not unbanning Electromite, let's be real about this. Kieran might be the next target. I don't know. Like, what pendulum stuff is currently on the list even?
Kieran might be a safe bet for them because Kieran is at most a spell speed 2 disruption kind of thing because it lets you bounce, because on either player's turn lets you bounce a pendulum in your monster zone.
Yeah, and plus
back to your hand,
and then
bounces something on your opponent's field.
And plus,
you can only do it once per turn.
Yeah, and plus with Master Rule 4, rules still in effect for pendulums, essentially. How pressing is that going to be since you can't just summon it out at will?
Not to mention Magispectors can't even pendulum summon it. They have to tribute summon it.
Well, I mean, other decks could,
but true other decks can.
So let's see, what pendulum stuff still is even on the list anyways? Astrograph...
Lunalight Tiger.
Yeah, that can't come off the list, I don't think. Plushfire can't...
Plushfire can't come off. Not until they once per turn it.
Monkey Board, maybe they could just limit that? I don't know.
I guess it's a question of do you want pendulums to be able to activate one scale and also search the other one?
Well, I mean, they need the help still, kinda. So, like, limiting Monkey Board may not be a terrible idea. I'm probably gonna get lit up for that comment, but whatever.
At least you're not defending Plushfire.
Oh, trust me, I don't even know what Plushfire does, so I'm not even gonna bother.
If it gets destroyed, it summons a Perform Mage, which you don't want to have happen because that's not a once per turn.
Okay, yeah,
and it's ripe for abuse.
That would explain it. Electromite, I really hope that comes off, because otherwise that's $7 down the toilet.
Hey, you got shiny cardboard.
Yeah.
At least.
Let's see, what other pendulum stuff is still on the list? What's in the limit section?
last I checked.
Um,
I don't think there is any other.
Yeah, there isn't real. Yeah, there. Oh, Servant of Endymion. That's the only limited thing.
But that's Endymion's.
Okay, so they really. You look at any of the pendulum stuff that's on the list, they could very reasonably on the next list go to 2 or 1, depending on where it was. Well, 2 for Servant of Endymion, 1 for everything else. They might. I'm not sure though when they would unban Electromite in this process, because they seem to be taking this slowly, kind of in a multi-phase thing where they first, I think, limited Double Iris Magician, then on the next list they semi-limited it, and then limited Joker, and then on the next list they'll probably unlimit Joker, maybe or go limit Electromite to, or bring Electromite to 1, I don't know.
The problem is, I think the reason they're not unlimiting Electromite is because...
They're not going to unlimit Electromite.
No, I mean, I'm bringing it off the forbidden thing, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Is probably because that is such a plus to them, pendulums, because it lets you blow up a scale, put it in the extra deck, and then to draw a card, and then you can bring those back onto the field to the 2 extra monster zone that provides you. Because 2 zones is better than 1.
Well, no doubt.
Me playing my Jank-ass Window Witch Magic Spectre's deck is anything to go by.
Yeah, but I mean, they could just do what they did with Barrage, unlimited, or not Barrage, what the fuck is it called? Trident. Just limit it for a bit and see what happens, and if it becomes a bit of a problem, just chuck it back in jail.
True.
I mean, again, they have done this before. I mean, Snatch Steal and then Trident, essentially, after the whole Tri-Brigade incident, but it's this list, like...
No, I understand.
It's not as exciting as a Crucifixion list. I think we can all agree on that.
I understand why I understand why everyone was disappointed by this, because they just hit 2 decks and that was it.
Technically 3 if you look at the Prank Kids hit. Because there are no bans aside from Barrage. Like, I still don't understand why that was banned. Like, somebody please explain that, or I'll have to go watch other people's reactions to try to figure it out, but...
Probably.
Okay, the next update is January next year. Oh boy, this should be interesting.
Yeah, see what I mean? It takes for fucking ever.
It's 3 months. That seems about right.
Same time.
It seems reasonable, so we'll have to wait and see what happens, I guess. So, yeah, that is 2 idiots reacting to the October 2021 ban list, and yeah, do not take our opinion seriously. Neither of us are professionals, and honestly, half the time we forget what these cards do, so take that with a grain of salt. Now, I've got to go quickly edit this together, and yeah, now we just wait until January, so see you then for when they hopefully ban Mystic Mine, for fuck's sake!